All right, here we go. A little synopsis on the book Implementing Championship Defense for High School Coordinators. Really just the defensive coordinators to implementing a plan. And in that, the first thing you've got to go over are fundamentals, trying to build an environment. Are there common elements in the system? And then how do you prepare week to week? So incoming in that, the fundamentals behind being a coordinator is, well, one, what are the three concepts that you want to place your emphasis on, right? Like, what are the things that you want your players to be able to do? And the first one is tackle. The second one is when we call it blitz. We all know the blitz, how to blitz, and then take advantage of opportunities, create turnovers. So the first one, can you tackle, right? Break the art of tackling down into specific elements. Are all tackles the same? We know they're not. Are there elements that are consistent between different tackles? Yeah, of course. And are there small details that we can focus on that will help players perform on game days? Yes. And I guess the concept here is you can have a player that hasn't had a tackle, especially if you don't go through a tackling circuit, 2 or 3 weeks. You might have a free safety that, your front seven or your front eight are playing good, and he might go 2 or 3 weeks without tackling somebody. Isn't it something that you want to make sure that who makes tackles on game days decides on what the offense is running? If they're consistently running one way, he might not have he might not have a tackle that week, but during the week he's going to focus on the different types of tackles. So when it's game day, you're not going to jump up and down about how he missed a tackle, whether it was an inside out fit, whether it was outside in fit, because you practiced that specific skill with him on that week. The next one is what bust pipes, and that's pressure. Like when we blitz, we want to be able to blitz. What do we tell our kids? The ball is a bucket of water, and your hair is on fire. So are there certain body positions, or is there a different mindset in base D versus blitz D? Yes. And then are there common universal footwork and hand movements or concepts that can help players perform when you call those blitzes? And the last one is, everybody jumps up and down and yells when someone drops an interception, but did you throw the ball to that player that week? Are there common ways in which defensive players can end up with the ball? We know that. Are we practicing them on a week-to-week basis? Are there specific coaching points, right? End of the game and you're down. Oh, strip the ball. Well, did everybody on your defense strip the ball that week? And we love throwing the defensive line of football, just because how often do they get that opportunity? But if that opportunity presents itself, if it's a screen pass and for whatever reason he sniffed it out, if he drops that, when was the last time he was thrown a football? Like, don't expect your kids to do something on game day that you haven't prepared them to do throughout the week. And then in that, we touch on building an environment. Really, an environment is a group of people that believe the same things, and that creates a culture, and that culture enacted over time is an environment. Can we create cultures and environments as coordinators? Yes. Are there different elements to a defense? Basic building blocks upon which a system is organized? Yes. And then the last thing, I think the most important thing, is how do you prepare? How do we prepare our kids? It's not about what we know. It's about what we can get our kids to know under pressure, right? Under the lights. And then, so that's just a quick summary of this book. There's a link in the description. And then if you like that one, we also have the Structuring a Championship program. The link that will be down in the comments will lead you to that page where it says $0, but it's really $9.99 on Kindle and $15 on paperback. Thanks for watching. If you like it, share it. get it out there. Appreciate you.